Hey YouTube, got another video review for you today. This one is from a company by the name of KERO World. This is their model number KW-24H indoor kerosene heater. And I'll go ahead and tell you, this thing puts out a lot of heat. I've been using it the last few days. It definitely will definitely heat up your house. I live in about a 1,700 square foot house. And even though the box says that it'll heat 1,000 square foot, it's been keeping me pretty warm in mine. And so I've really enjoyed it. So I figured I would do a video review on it. It puts out the 23,800 BTUs of heat. They claim, like I said, that it'll heat up to 1,000 square foot. But it's been really cold here this week. Last week it was like 65 degrees, and then all of a sudden the bottom drops out of it, and it was down into the 20s the last couple days. So I'm glad I got it when I did, and it really saved my butt because the central heating unit was having a hard time trying to keep up with those 20-degree temperatures. So anyways, I just wanted to run you through some of the features. I'm going to show you how to fill it up, and I'm going to show you how to light it and everything. But make sure you read your owner's manual. Don't hold me liable to anything that I say. I mean, I'm trying to give you just a quick rundown and video review of what I think of the heater and how it works. And so just bear with me. Just looking here on the side of the box, it just goes over pretty much just what I told you. The 23,800 BTUs gives you 1,000 square foot of heating area. It runs 9 to 12 hours, and it holds 1.9 gallons of kerosene, and it weighs 23 pounds empty. The height is 27 inches, the width is 17.5 inches, and the depth is 17.5 inches. So this heater it's pretty lightweight, but it seems to work great. It says here on the box that it's perfect for a home, garage, cabin, lodge, basement, workshop, outbuilding, cottage, pretty much, you know, anywhere. Just make sure you use common sense with it. Like if you're using it out in a workshop, don't have it around chemicals and all that, because you can blow yourself up. But anyways, just use some common sense and make sure you read the manual, and I'm going to run you through some of the features of this heater right quick. All right, first things first, I'm going to start right here in the back. Right here is the little panel that opens up, and that's where you put the two C-size batteries, and they come with the heater, so you don't have to buy any batteries. So that saves you a little bit of money when you first get it. You don't have to go out and buy any. You will have to assemble the cage that goes around it, but it literally took me like 5 minutes to assemble it. It's so easy. All you gotta do is just mount everything right here on these little brackets that holds the cage, and then you screw the top on. And I know I'm skimming through it real quick, but you know, that's pretty much just the gist of it. It's really simple to install. Just make sure that you leave the little cutout area right here in the cage for right there where the controls are, so it allows you to access that little door right in here. And I'll go over all that here in just a second. Now you'll notice right here on the front, it's got a gauge for the fuel, and it's got a little needle right here. And so when you fill it up right here, this is the fill port, or the fill tank right here. You just unscrew this, and it just pops right off. And it's got a little chain right here so you don't lose the cap. And what you want to do is take and go buy yourself some kerosene. I'll go ahead and tell you what I recommend doing. I don't try to buy kerosene from a store like a Walmart or somewhere like that, because the price is ridiculous for what they want for a gallon of kerosene. I go to a gas station or somewhere like that that sells kerosene, because the price is a lot cheaper. I went yesterday and got 5 gallons of kerosene. I think it was $3.69 a gallon, somewhere in there, $3.69, $3.79, and I think it was right at $19 for me to fill it up, fill the 5-gallon tank up. So you know, it's a lot cheaper if you go to a gas station and get it. So first things first, once you go and get your kerosene, and you already have your stove assembled and you've read the manual and everything, what you want to do is go ahead and pull the cap off your kerosene here and set it aside. And then you'll take this supplied pump that comes with the heater. I was surprised when I opened up the box that they supplied this pump with it, because normally these things cost around $10. So I was glad they give you this, plus they give you the batteries, so that does save you quite a bit of money and a trip to the store. So what you want to do is just put the pump down into the jug of kerosene, and then you take the hose right in here and then stick it into the kerosene heater, and you'll just squeeze the little pump right here, and you can adjust the amount of suction right here on top, and then you just fill it up. And they say to wait an hour after you fill it up so the wick gets nice and saturated, but I left mine overnight just so the wick would be fully saturated with kerosene, so I wouldn't have any problems with getting like just a dry burn and ruining the wick, you know. So, you know, make sure you at least let it soak for an hour before you start it up, and it'll make the heater last a little bit longer, the wick lasts a little bit longer. All right, once you fill the kerosene heater up, and again, it uses 1.9 gallons of kerosene, then you want to replace the fill lid right here, and it's got two little notches in there, so whenever it's makes it a lot easier to fit in there and get it tightened up. Now keep in mind, you might drip a little bit here and there around the fill area. Just wipe that up with a paper towel and dispose of it. Don't just leave it wet right in there. That could be a hazard. And so what you want to do next is open the door right here and go ahead and turn this knob clockwise all the way till it bottoms out and stops. Now I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I've got mine setting on this little aluminum platform, and it's outside. And you know, normally this would be in your house sitting on the ground on a hard surface, and you would keep it away from anything flammable. But you know, I've got mine outside and it's in a safe location, and I'm not gonna knock it over or anything. I'm just trying to show you for the video purposes what you want to do. And once you get the door open, get this thing turned clockwise till it stops. Then you want to turn this to the right, and if you look inside the heater, I don't know if you can see it or not, it might be kind of hard for you to see. There it is. You can see that the thing lights right up, and then you take that little thing right there with a pigtail and you just move it back and forth, and that's your adjuster. So you get a nice even burn. And you'll notice right when you first start the heater, the flame might be moving around just a little bit, and it might look like it's a little off center, but just give it a minute and it'll flatten itself out. And then you'll close this door here after you adjust the burner for a second, and then you can see the flame has calmed down and it's more of a steady type flame. And so it's really easy to light. It only takes just a second. I will recommend that you keep a set of C-size batteries on hand, just in case these quit working. You'll have a way to light it. And you know, it's a really simple operation, and you can see here on the inside the flame is all nice and steady, and I can already feel the heat coming off of it, and you don't see any smoke. So now if you do get some smoke, you need to turn it off and just refer to your manual, and you know, you might have got some bad kerosene. You could have, you know, something might be wrong with a wick or something. So, you know, just use common sense, and like I said, make sure you read your directions and all that. And I've been using the heater the last night or two, and it's definitely put out quite a bit of heat. I've been thoroughly impressed, and it will definitely save your butt in a power outage or you know, in a scenario like that. So these are definitely good to keep around, and you know, go out and get you one. Now one of the advantages of this heater is you've got this fuel gauge here on the front. You can monitor and tell when it's getting low of fuel, and so you'll kind of know how long of time you have left before it runs out. And so that's really handy. And when you get ready to cut the unit off, it's very, very simple. It's a one button step. All you have to do is just take this button and press down on it, and as soon as you do, it kills the whole thing. And it has a safety feature on it as well. If you knock it over, then it'll cut itself off as well. So just make sure you use common sense, and don't touch the outer portion of this. I shouldn't have to tell you that, but you know, just make sure you keep it away from everything flammable, and don't knock it over, and you know, keep kids away from it, or pets, because you know, if it does knock over, it could cause a fire, but we sure hope not. But anyways, it's definitely a great product to keep around. And you know, if your power ever goes out for an extended amount of time, I remember that blizzard back in the 90s. We were without power for like a week, so we were having to build a fire in the fireplace, and I remember eating hot dogs till I was blue in the face. So definitely check out the KERO World Kerosene heaters, and watch my other video review that I did on the DuraHeat propane heater, and they work great as well. And I'll try to link the video to it so you can watch it as well. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching. I hope this video helped you out. And if there's something you'd like to see me do a video review on, please put it in the comments. And you know, if you like this product, put it in the comments. If you hate this thing, put it in the comments. I just want to hear from you. I love hearing all your comments. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. It doesn't matter, you know. But I've had good success with this product so far, and I like the way that it lights easy and turns off easy, and it's easy to fill up. So anyways, have a good one, guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and I really do appreciate it. Have a good one.